Front-end workers at the Hyatt Regency Buffalo are asking for fair wages, a set schedule, and clear responsibilities. We first told you last week they're in the process of starting a union campaign. And today, we're hearing from the hotel. A spokesperson for the Hyatt said in a statement they are committed to maintaining positive relations with all of their associates. They also said the hotel supports the workers' rights to participate in activities protected by federal labor laws.
In the meantime, right now we are joined by Luke Sills, a front desk agent and one of the people who spoke at last week's press conference. Luke, thank you so much for coming in this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
So Kelsey just gave us a bit of a rundown there, but for our viewers out there who may be unfamiliar with the situation, in your own words, describe the situation for us. Why form a union? Yeah,
so I think initially what we were excited about as far as forming a union is just having a voice at the place that we work. I think a lot of us who got really involved were people who I would say are really sort of committed to our jobs and sort of want the place to be better. And so we saw the union as a way of basically having a voice, being able to make the workplace better, not just for ourselves and for our coworkers, but I think at the end of the day also for our guests too, sort of improving the experience of the hotel, by fighting for things that you just listed there too.
And who's involved in this? Because we mentioned front-end workers. What does that mean?
Yes, so that includes the front desk, which I work at. It also includes the Starbucks in the hotel and the food service workers in the restaurant. That's the group that we petitioned for. That includes like servers and bartenders, as well as like cooks and stewards too.
Okay. So you talk about improving, the work experience, right? Explain to us what a typical shift looks like, maybe for you specifically.
Sure. So I work at the front desk. I work on the evening shift. So that's like 3 to 11. Most of what I do would be like checking in guests, because our check-in time is at 4. And there's a sort of lot behind the scenes that you just do on the computers to make sure that the hotel is running the way it should. But the evening shift, I think, is kind of unique, because this is basically when managers go home, but it's in a way like when the real business of the hotel starts to heat up, because this is when people are showing up, they're looking for places to eat, so they go over to the restaurant. This is when sort of problems come up too. Like a guest might check into a room that's not quite clean, they would call down to the front desk. We would try to figure out like how we could resolve that kind of issue too. So, yeah.
Very good. How has the management there, I'm sure you've tried to speak to them. Yeah. How have they received this?
Great question. I mean, they have, I would say, very much not respected our right to, to do this, which we know it's our right to organize a union. And they, in response, first they pulled me personally into a meeting for like 45 minutes. Which I quickly realized was like an interrogation. They were like, well, Luke, why do you want to do this? What are you getting involved in this for? And try to sort of tear apart all the reasons that we had for trying to form a union. But to be honest, I think I kind of got off easy there. Since that point, they have fired 8 workers in the hotel, specifically in the departments that we petitioned for. So they fired 5 people over at the Starbucks, and they fired, I think, 3 people over at the restaurant too. And I think that's this sort of part of their strategy. It's like they're not trying to persuade people, which I think would be fair. But instead, they're sort of firing people that they know are supporters, trying to make work miserable for other people so that they quit, and trying to intimidate people that they think they can intimidate too.
The press conference was held just over a week ago. What is the timeline? What are you all focusing on right now? Yeah. What are the next steps?
So right now, I think we're focusing on winning those people's jobs back, basically. We're still waiting on the government to decide when we're going to have the election, so we don't even have a timeline for that yet. We're just trying to get people's jobs back, and in the meantime, making sure that it's clear to anyone who's willing to listen what they're doing here, right? That they're not respecting our right to do this, and that Douglas Jamal, who is the developer who owns the building, find a way to hold him to account for basically what he's either allowing to happen here or what he's encouraging to happen here, which is, firing, great workers who are, great people with, kids and families to support too.
All right, Luke, thank you very much. We'll continue to follow this story and, of course, try to get that other side to it as well. We appreciate hearing your side, Luke. Thank you.
Thank you.